What is up, everyone? My name is Jesse, and this is the Auditorium. I react to video game music as a musician myself. Today is a request for Daniel on PayPal. This is Daedalus? Sure. Project Wingman. Very diverse, interesting soundtrack that I've been checking out, and it's quite bizarre, to put it lightly, but in a good way. So let's continue with the series of Project Wingman stuff I have coming up. I'm doing a handful more, including the one that everyone wants me to do. So for now, Daedalus. Let's go. This game is not afraid to use instruments, man. There's just so much diversity. Whoa. Went from really intense climbing chords to a very... And now it's Twilight Zone. Oh. What is that? Is that a didgeridoo? Violins. What is going on? Oh, that sounded like a jet actually going by. That was cool. Dude, what is this soundtrack? I never know what to expect. It's just so... I feel like they gave the composer just like, you know, here's your budget. Go to this store and buy whatever you want. Get all these instruments, take them off the wall, and just make noises with them. Okay, so now something else is new to the table. I'm waiting for the time where I'm like, okay, well, this is going to start sounding like the last one, but it hasn't happened yet. It's just... The one thing that kind of remains is like these energies and intensity with like these drums, but even those don't really stick around. They kind of move and shift around too. But this time we had the double bass out of nowhere. We had these kind of really unsettling low notes, which I don't know if that was like someone's like throat singing or a didgeridoo. It was something. I couldn't tell if it was human or not. It sounded like either a long piece of wood or a human with incredible... Yeah, so this was yet again one of those things where I'm trying to figure out everything that's going on, meanwhile trying to place it in a game such as this, and I have nothing, especially with that name. I have no idea what that means whatsoever. I'm not even gonna try to guess. I actually, this is one of the times where I'm not stumped, but I don't know what even to like fathom. If sometimes I like a lot of times I get like a setting based on the sounds or based on the title or something, and if I can't, then I have kind of like this like backup reserve thought of like, oh well, maybe it sounds like, you know, it could be here. But this time I have like nothing. Like my chute went out and my backup chute went out. It's like which I guess is kind of fitting for this, but it's like, huh? Like, well, like what was that? You know, like that was, you know, I'm gonna be very honest here. What this composer does very well is, I don't know what you would consider this, if it's a genre or a style of music, but you guys know like those like really like immersive rides, say like at a like Disneyland or something. Not like a roller coaster, but like those kind of like the ones that have screens and like you're moving around and stuff. That's the feeling I get with this soundtrack. It's a very immersive cinematic experience that would go really well with like shooting things down, or like, you know what I mean, like just that kind of thing. The first thing, the thing that keeps coming to mind is like the Star Wars section in Disneyland, if you know what I'm talking about. And I just kept thinking that. I kept thinking I'm going at multiple altitudes, different speeds. Got enemies over here, and as I'm saying that, I'm thinking, oh well, that's probably very fitting for this, you know. And I still have, I've said this so many times. I'm sorry, but I still have not seen gameplay of this series, and I plan to keep it that way until I'm done listening to all the music. But it's so immersive and just so all over the place that I don't know what to decipher it with, besides, oh hey, that was a cool sound, oh hey, that was a cool sound. Not only that, is just as a little musician thing that I appreciated, I don't know if anyone else caught it, but every now and then you hear the piano playing like really high notes, and if you know piano, high notes are on the far right side of the keyboard, and when you hear those notes in the song, they're on the right speaker, panned all the way. So it's, you know, just, you see what I'm saying? It's all these little minute details that you probably don't even notice, and that just zip right past you. You have to hear these songs a lot of times to kind of try to comprehend. I'm surprised I caught as much as I have in 3 minutes. You know what I mean? I can't imagine playing a game and hearing that stuff in the background. I'm focusing on it and I'm getting lost in a good way. I can't imagine playing and being, you know, submerged into something, and then I have this feeling of both, like, you know, it's like borderline music and just feeling, if that makes any sense. Probably not, but hopefully I kind of painted a picture too, like what I mean by like these rides and stuff. It's like a very, you know, in the moment type of thing. Like in the nicest way possible. Like when the song ended, I was kind of glad. I was like, oh, okay, get me off of this ride. Like, okay, I'm okay. That was enough. You know, that was enough. But that's cool though, because that's the power of like VGM and like the feelings it's giving me and the things it can do to stir up all these thoughts in my little head. You know, it's more than just like, oh, well, that was a cool beat. No, it was like, you know, I felt in 3 minutes, I felt like shock, intensity, you know, joy, bliss because of the sounds, and then kind of, you know, anxious. So well done, Jose. But also, yeah, this soundtrack is really cool, man. It's really underrated, and I don't hear a lot of too many people talking about it. And I'm gonna be the one that's going to be, you know, shouting from the rooftops. I'm like, you should check out Project Wingman, because it's not going to be what you think. And I'm gonna have to say, like, well, you're gonna have to check out a couple songs to make an opinion, because I think if you just heard one song from this game, as cool as it may be, it's not you're not gonna get the whole realm of possibilities. You know, I don't know how many I've done now, maybe like 10 or something like that, and each one kind of makes me just question my existence. So powerful stuff. Thank you, Daniel, and thank you, Jose, for that. If you want to make a request as well, you can do so on Patreon or PayPal. Either are totally fine. If you do not mind waiting, there is a gigantic wait. Unfortunately, I am only one person, and there's a lot of you and a lot of songs that have been requested. So if you do not want to wait, there is the Platinum Trophy tier on Patreon, which I offer, expediting your request to the very top of the list. Big thank you to Justin, Kevin, Moon Knight, DJ Singletone, Your Average Metalhead, and Mushi Mary for being a part of that. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next Project Wingman. I still have a lot more coming, and I'll see you in the next video in general. I will see you all later.